Alright, going for another chameleon run today, and this time it's going to be with the tennis ball, which is one of the two tier 1 toys. So ferret will generate the tennis ball. The other option is the balloon, but I can't imagine using balloon for the whole game is going to make a particularly entertaining video, so I'm not sure if I'll ever get around to doing that one. So to try and match the other videos that I've done about this already, I really wanted to have Mosquito in the team, and then that would mean that I could have Chameleon and Mosquito in the thumbnail together. But it just wasn't happening. I tried many different approaches. I couldn't get it to work. You know, with the Mosquito and the tennis ball, you're obviously hitting a lot of units with very low damage snipes. You're going to end up triggering hurt pets, and of course, you know, you've also got the restriction of the Chameleon having very poor starting stats, and so trying to work them both into the team, it just wasn't happening. Not to say that I couldn't have done it if I kept working on it, but yeah, I gave up in the end. So I really wanted to have Toad in this run. You know, if we are going to be shooting low damage snipes at the opponent, I would at least like them to be getting weakened as a result. So that's one of the things I'm looking for on turn 5 now. And there it is. Now I do make a mistake here. I should have sold the duck and then, yeah, all of that was in the wrong order. I should have got rid of the duck, bought the toad, and then I could have leveled the African penguin and potentially the toad would have received some attack. But we're also going for a slug because that's going to take advantage of the weakness. Now we do face Rev here, and he's just sold a stoat for a 1-1 muskox there. And luckily it's going to be a draw. Rare that you ever match up with Rev and he's not playing meta pets. You know, it's just the way things are these days. And we do, for here, yeah, I was about to miss it out, but there we get the ferret. And we'll bring in the bat for a little bit of extra weakness for just now. But yeah, having kind of given up on the Mosquito, I was also thinking that I would probably just have to, you know, maintain the tennis ball all the way to the end and then bring in Chameleon at the last minute. It really just depends on, you know, when I get access to it. But Mosasaurus seems like a pretty obvious take. I was going to have a toy on board the whole way. It's a weak toy, so I should at least get some good scaling to compensate. So the tennis ball, I think the tennis ball removed a melon there. It happened too quickly for me to notice it. Unfortunately here we ran out of weakness, so the African penguin isn't able to kill the giraffe. So we'll take the level on the squirrel and we get blue-ringed octopus, which is clearly a direct upgrade on the African penguin. We already have plenty of attack on the 3 keeper units. So we'll also take potato on the toad since it has high attack, low health. And we do end up removing a banana there, which was on the flamingo. And I think, yeah, we do, the high attack on the toad is going to mean that we remove the weasel and then get the kill with the Mosasaurus. There were a lot of runs I tried this where I was playing like extremely minimal scaling and it just wasn't happening. And I sometimes that can work, you know, especially when you're using Toad. Maybe I just wasn't going for the correct builds. But here, since I get the another blue-ringed octopus, I decided to try and go for the level 2. I think I'm just going to spend the chocolate on it next turn and then scale with waffle as much as possible. So we do actually get a waffle. So yeah, we'll level the octopus. Sometimes it's, you know, it feels like a waste using a chocolate on one of the level 2 pets, but essentially here it just works exactly the same as a waffle because we're going to get double the level 1 effect. And yeah, I give up on alpaca because I just don't have the space for it. I think I'm committing to keeping the Mosasaurus a bit longer. And we'll freeze chocolate and another octopus. Maybe the Mosasaurus can be ditched if we get enough waffles. We are running with no equipment up front though, which is a little bit risky. And another penguin giraffe team, but we're going to be fine. So yeah, we are at turn 11 already, and we haven't bought a Chameleon yet. But Chameleon starting stats are just so bad that it feels like it would be a waste to try and cram it into the team now and get some stats onto it. I'd much rather just bring it in at the end and use it to give the Toad more activations at the start of battle. If we can get level 2 Toad and we bring in one Chameleon, we could potentially weaken 4 things on the opposing team. Here, I think we're going to be alright. The Hippo doesn't have enough health to survive. And then the Slug is going to kill the Hawk. So, yeah, level up the Toad. Definitely very important to maximize the tennis ball. And we'll also take Popcorn, because that works really well with Toad too. There is Chameleon, finally. I don't know if that's the first Chameleon I've rolled so far. I haven't really been paying too much attention to the shop itself. But I also, at this point, was thinking maybe I could kind of, cheese it and also throw in a mosquito at the very end. So I think when I get to the end here, I'm going to roll hard roll for mosquito. Kind of weird to be trying to find a single level 1 mosquito, but I end up rolling Chameleon here, and I decide to just ignore it. Because leveling up to level 2 is going to do almost nothing, because the tennis ball is going to go up to 2 damage instead of 1 damage, and really we don't care about that at all. So 8 wins. We do remove some more equipment, although it's only a meat bone this time. And they do have the almost 50-50 Mantis at the back with Melon. So yeah, we are going to lose here. Not really surprising. But on the plus side, that does mean we've got more time to find waffles and more blue rings. So there's one, and a waffle. And now I really would just like to find the mosquito. I can't remember if I've rolled past the mosquito as well. Maybe that was maybe a few turns earlier. Yeah, you can see here I'm really thinking about... I know that Chameleon is the focus of the video, so I really want to sell the octopus in order to bring in Chameleon now. And probably I could have done it here, because this team is relatively weak with the classic dolphin skunk setup. And we end up winning. So now I am on 9 wins, so I do have to buy Chameleon now. I think it's pretty rare when I would have a pet in the thumbnail that I'm only buying on 9 wins, but we do it here. And we're not going to find another mosquito. So I actually decide, I roll past another Chameleon, but then I roll another one. So we've basically, I could have rolled once more, but I decided, you know what, forget the mosquito. Let's just run double Chameleon, so we'll get 6 1 damage shots in the next battle, and just hope that the weakness and the 3 pets up front are going to be good enough. It's another Mantis team. In fact, I think it's the same team. They've gotten rid of the stork. They've got the level 2 elephant seal, which the Mantis is going to kill off next turn, but it ends up being a very easy win in the end. So double base stats Chameleon. I hope that makes up for the fact that there was no mosquito in the run. So here are some of the extra clips. And here's one where I only have, again, I've got the Chameleon very late. And I've got the big falcon and octopus, and not octopus, beluga. It's Rev that's got the octopus, because as we know, he only plays meta pets. So yeah, we end up getting destroyed here. I'll put a link to his video that was related to the betta fish here. I assume that's what he was doing. I haven't compared the team names, but I would imagine that's what it is. And then with the last clip, we're going to play a little bit of a guessing game. So I want you to pause the video as soon as the opposing team appears on screen, and then take a guess in the comments what the outcome is going to be. So get ready and pause now. So almost, 50-50 ostrich with lemon. We weaken everything because we actually end up getting Toad from the popcorn at the front, and then wolf from the popcorn on the beluga, and the level 2 wolf ends up clearing the big units, and then we get Hoopo at the very end, and it's a 1 HP loss. So well done if you guessed 1 HP loss to me. Probably best to err on the side of salt when you make these types of guesses, but maybe I'll mix it up next time.